Hi, welcome to Detangle. In this video we'll solve a question related to ray optics. So, a concave mirror of radius of curvature 2 meters. So the radius of curvature of the concave mirror is 2 meters, which means the focal length should be 1 meter or 100 centimeter, is placed at the bottom of a tank of water. So it is placed at the bottom of a tank. The mirror forms an image of the sun when it is directly overhead. So the sun is directly overhead above the tank, which means that the rays coming from the sun are fairly parallel to the tank like this. It should be parallel like this. Calculate the distance of the image from the mirror. So we need to calculate where the image is formed, and we need to calculate the image distance from the mirror. So two cases they have given for 160 centimeter and 80 centimeter of water. So first case they are filling the tank with 160 centimeter of water, and in second case they are filling the tank with 80 centimeter of water. So in those cases we need to figure out the image distance. The first case is very easy and direct, that is the rays are coming parallel like this, and once it enters the water also it will go parallel like this. It won't undergo any bending because angle of incidence here is 0, so angle of refraction also should be 0. So the rays are parallel and it hits the concave mirror, and we know that if parallel rays strike the concave mirror, the rays are meeting at the focus. So we'll get an image at this point at focus. So that means the image distance should be equal to the focal length, which is 100 centimeter for this case. Now let's see the second case. Now for the second case there is a little complication, that is the water is filled only until 80 centimeter, which means the focus of this mirror lies outside the water. So what happens is, if the rays are coming like this parallel, it will strike the concave mirror and it will be going to meet at the focus. But there is a twist, that the water is only available till this point, and from there is no water. So what happens is, it is like the light rays are moving from the denser medium to rarer medium. So obviously they are going to bend, and they are going to bend away from the normal, which means that instead of focusing at this point, they are going to focus at some point closer to the mirror. Let's try to understand this little more clearly in this zoomed version of this figure. So say the rays are coming like this, and it is parallel, and it is entering the medium, and it is reflecting here, and as soon as it reflects, it will be traveling like this. It will be traveling like this in hopes of meeting at the focus. But since the medium ends here, there is no longer water here, what happens is, the ray which was going to be going in this way, let's draw a normal here, this is a normal. So the ray, instead of going like this, the ray will be bending away from the normal. Why? Because it's moving from denser to rarer medium. So the ray will bend like this, and it will meet at some point here. Let's call this point as F dash. So we'll be getting an image at this point instead of this point. Now we need to know what is this distance. So we need to figure out what is this distance. Let me call this point as O, and let me call this point as A. Now here in this figure we know that this is angle of incidence, and this will be angle of refraction. And if this is angle of incidence, this also is angle of incidence, and if this is angle of incidence, this whole thing will be, if I consider this to be a straight line, the water, this whole thing will be 90 minus I, which means this will be I. And if this is R, we know this is also R. Considering this to be 90, considering the water to be fairly straight, you are making that assumption. So now I need to figure out what this height is. So let me take this height to be h dash, and let me take this height as h. So to do this, I am going to take the help of Snell's law. So we know, according to Snell's law, let me take the refractive index of water to be mu1 and refractive index of air which is equal to mu2, and it is, we know it is 1. So according to Snell's law, I can tell mu1 times sine I should be equal to mu2 times sine R. And if I consider this angle to be very small, that is I and R angles very small, then I can make this approximation that I angles, that is I, or I can make this approximation that, say suppose some angle is theta, theta can be approximated as a sine theta or tan theta. If the angles are very small, then that value will be equivalent to sine theta or tan theta. So according to that, this I can replace as mu1 times sine theta, mu1 times tan theta, tan I, and here I can replace this with mu2 times tan R. So now I have mu1 times tan I. I can write tan I as, in this figure, tan I is this distance opposite AO divided by this distance, that is h, and here mu2 is 1, refractive index of air is 1, and in this triangle I can tell tan R as opposite, that is AO divided by the height, which is h. So from this figure, from this expression, AO cancels, and I'll get this h dash to be mu1 h by mu. Therefore this h dash is going to be h. H is, we know that from here, that is the focus to the mirror, the distance is 100 centimeter, because focal length is 100 centimeter. So this h is going to be 100 minus 80, the water level, which is going to be 20 centimeter, divided by the refractive index of water, this is mu 1. So refractive index of water is 4 by 3. So I got the h dash. Now we need to figure out what is the image distance. Image distance is from the mirror to the point where the image is formed. So that is going to be from this distance, that is 80 centimeter, plus this distance, that is h dash, which is 20 by 4 by 3. Finally, after simplifying, you will get answer as V is equal to 95 centimeter. So that means instead of forming the image at 100 centimeter, it will be formed at 95 centimeter, relatively closer. Why? Because the rays are bending.